Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 137th episode of Movie and TV Talk. On this episode, I'm going to be discussing and giving my thoughts on Sinners. Let's get into it. This movie takes place in the 1930s and sees two characters known as the Shortstack Twins, not Shortstack, Smokestack Twins, returning to Mississippi from running with gang people in Chicago for several years. The two return with the aim of opening a juke joint. The beginning of the movie is just these two kind of gathering people and stuff they need for the opening of the juke joint, and one of these people is one of the main characters, Sammy. He's the son of a preacher who enjoys playing blues on his guitar. The point is that once things at the juke joint get going, we get two major things. The first is that when Sammy starts playing, there's this imagery of piercing the veil of time, where they incorporate other types of mostly heavily black influenced music in there. But of course, the big thing is when the movie becomes a movie about defeating vampires, which is what our band of characters does by the end of the movie. So what did I think of Sinners? Well, this movie has actually become one of my favorite movies. I can't remember the last time I got to the end of a movie and verbally said, "Damn, that was a fantastic movie." And I did that with this movie. I had no expectations going into this movie, but the one thing I was not expecting was that it was going to be a movie about vampires. Which isn't a bad thing. I like vampire movies, except Twilight, but I did not expect it. The thing is that they really spend a lot of time developing these characters before all the vampire stuff goes down. This is also the Jim Crow 1930s, so segregation and stuff. So we do see things like Sammy out in fields picking cotton, typical era racism things as well. Also with the twins having to deal with the white man when trying to purchase the building that becomes their juke joint, but yeah. You really get a sense of who the twins are, who Sammy is, and all the other characters are as well. I think the vampire characters are an interesting contrast to our band of characters. The initial three do a lot of Irish music jigs, I guess. And that continues even when they turn some of our main group. They keep that Irish jig music going, which contrasts to the blues music that Sammy and the others play. I also really love how the remaining twin just, at the end, goes ham on all those white guys and kills them all. I also love how the movie sort of comes around at the end by going forward in time to 1992, with Sammy having a long career in blues music and getting visited by two vampires that won't kill him because they made a promise to let him live out his life before they kill him, I think. It was cool that 1992 Sammy was played by legendary blues musician Buddy Guy. I just really loved how by the end of the movie, they brought everything back around and it makes the movie feel really complete. I think it goes without saying that I loved the music in this movie. I love blues music, and so this really did it for me, and the contrasting Irish music was really nice as well. Even the score was dripping with that mix of orchestral music and blues as well. As much as I really did enjoy the movie, I do have one complaint. When the vampire stuff starts happening, my biggest thing is that the blood looked and acted really fake. What I mean by it acted fake is this. Example 1 is when our band of characters is stabbing vampires with wooden stakes. The blood kind of just shoots out of their chest in streams. And the other example is when one of the character makes a cut in their forearm. The blood just kind of shoots out in 3 spouts. And I'm sorry, but that's not how blood works. If I were to slice into my arm, blood would just kind of flow down from the cut, not shoot out like it did in this movie. Perhaps they were just using like practical effects, but like it just didn't work. Also, the blood was just a bit too pink to feel or look very real, I guess. But those are my really only complaints about this movie, and I think this is a movie that needs to be seen by more people. Yes, it's a horror movie, but it's really not all that gory or even scary. Like I said, the gore also looks really fake to actually matter, in my opinion. But Sinners is a great and enjoyable movie. And that's all I have to say, so if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.